Now at 5:30 on WKYT this morning, a Western Kentucky man will be in court today after state police say he killed a 7-year-old. We'll have the latest on the investigation.
Lexington police are investigating the city's 16th homicide this morning after a man was killed late last night. There's still many questions, though, left unanswered.
And the city of Brussels, Belgium, still locked down this morning following the threat of a terror attack. We'll have the latest on that from CBS News.
This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning to you. It's your Monday, and Thanksgiving week is off and rolling. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. It is really cold outside. Let's see how long this cold is going to last. Hopefully, Micah, it's not too long.
Yeah, hopefully it's not too long. What we're going to be dealing with outside at this moment, very cold temperatures. We're at 19 degrees there in Richmond, 20 there in London, East Bernstadt, off towards St. McKee there in Jackson County. It is a cold, cold start to the morning. There's your look as we go throughout the day. We go from the teens and 20s to about 45 degrees later on this afternoon with at least some sunshine. That'll help us out, but the problem is we have those winds, and that's going to make it feel quite chilly out and about today. We'll talk all about this forecast off into Thanksgiving coming up.
Okay, we'll see you in a bit, and we thank you. And in the news today, a Western Kentucky man accused of murdering a 7-year-old girl is expected to face a judge.
Kentucky State Police arrested 38-year-old Timothy Madden on Friday for the murder of Gabby Doolin, and Doolin was found dead more than a week ago in a creek near Scottsville High School. WKYT's Mark Barber is at our live desk today with more on what we know about the investigation.
Good morning, Rebecca. State police are staying very tight-lipped about that investigation, but Timothy Madden is talking about the case against him. He says police did find blood on his clothes that the night Gabby Doolin was raped and murdered, but he says that blood would have been from rubbing against a fence or a trash can. Now, the 38-year-old says that state police have interrogated him several times and they have had him take a polygraph. However, he says he's cooperating with troopers because he's innocent and has nothing to hide. Madden told WDRB in a jailhouse interview that when his charges of murder, sodomy, and rape are cleared, he will sue everyone who has slandered his name. Madden says he was at that football game at the Scottsville High School when the 7-year-old disappeared because his own daughter was cheering with her. The 38-year-old says when she walked by him looking for her friends, he told Gabby which way they went. According to Madden, 30 to 45 minutes later, police started searching for her. When troopers found Gabby's body, they say it was clear that she had been raped and murdered behind the school.
It's all bogus. I'm a very innocent man. They can ask anybody that knows me.
Why did they connect you to this murder?
Small town gossip. They said I fit the suspect.
When Timmy come home, they said that he had spines or something on him. That's a lie. He was just like he was, and he went to the ball game and stuff.
State troopers are saying DNA evidence led them to arrest Madden, but he says that isn't possible because he did not do anything wrong. Madden will be arraigned in about 11 hours for the first time in this case against his charges of murder, sodomy, and rape. From the live desk, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Well, WKYT is also tracking new developments this morning in a breaking news alert we brought you last night. The death of a man. He was found sitting in a car in Lexington, and this has been ruled a homicide.
Police discovered the man last night a few blocks from Mary Todd Elementary School, and this morning police have still not released many details about exactly what happened to him. But let's go to WKYT's Mike Byer live at the scene this morning with what we do know. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning to you both. I'm at the scene of Lexington's most recent homicide, which has become the city's 16th murder this year. This morning, we did check with Lexington police, who say we're still trying to learn what exactly happened. Here's what we do know. At this time, around 8 o'clock last night, Lexington police were called out right here to the intersection of Kent Drive and Cabot Drive. That's where Fayette County Coroner Gary Ginn says an 18-year-old man was found dead in the driver's seat of an SUV. Ginn said there was a lot of blood at the scene and that the victim had a head injury. The victim's name has not been released. When we talked to the coroner, he said it was too early to say how the victim died, but he said it was obvious the man's death was no accident.
It does appear that another person has taken this young person's life. There is injuries, and the way he's positioned in the vehicle at this time, we're not able to see what type of injuries. There is a fairly large amount of blood, so we do believe it is a head injury.
Now, we do know there were reports of shots fired in this area shortly before the victim was found. We checked with Lexington Police this morning. They say they do not have any suspect descriptions. However, we will continue to stay on this developing story and will work to bring you updated information. Live in Lexington, Mike Byer, WKYT.
Mike, thank you. And police in Franklin County are investigating 2 shootings that sent 3 people to the hospital. Frankfort police say the first shooting happened just before 2 Sunday morning on St. Clair Street. Emergency crews rushed 2 people to the hospital for non-life-threatening injuries, and the second happened around the same time at University Lodge on East Main. We're told the crews there took 1 person to the hospital, also with non-life-threatening injuries. Police do not believe that those 2 shooting situations are related, but they have not released any descriptions of any possible suspects. A Frankfort woman and her month-old daughter are still in the hospital this morning after being badly burned in a fire that killed a 2-year-old.
Investigators are still trying to figure out exactly how this started. The fire ripped through the Country Hills apartment complex early Friday morning. 2-year-old Demetrius Johnson Jr. was killed. His mother and sister are at Shriners Hospital in Cincinnati. The boy's father, Demetrius Johnson Sr., was at work when that fire broke out. He says while his wife and daughter are getting better, he's still taking his son's loss hard.
They're going to get better. They said it'll take a couple of months. I'm holding up, but I'm still hurt about it. About losing my son, it really hurted me. I don't want to talk about it right now because I don't want to cry on the phone.
As we mentioned, investigators still are not exactly sure how the fire started. They say it could take about another week to figure it out because of how badly damaged the building is. Friends and family have set up a GoFundMe page for the Johnson family. You can find a link to it on our website, WKYT.com. Today, schools and public transportation still closed in Belgium over fears of an imminent Paris-style terror attack.
Authorities have arrested more than a dozen people in raids overnight, but they have yet to track down the suspected Paris attacker. CBS's Don Champion has the latest on the story.
Brussels remains on its highest terror alert for a 3rd straight day as armored vehicles, soldiers, and police officers stand watch outside train stations. Heavily armed security forces conducted more than a dozen raids in and around the capital city overnight, searching for terror suspects. Authorities arrested 16 people during the raids. 1 person even allegedly tried to ram a car into police.
For the time being, we cannot confirm if there is a relation between the ongoing investigation and this arrest.
Still on the run, the key target of the raids, terror suspect Salah Abdeslam. Officials believe he was driven to Belgium after the Paris terror attacks, which killed 130 people. Abdesalam's brother Mohammed issued yet another plea Sunday for him to turn himself in. We'd rather see Salah in jail than in a cemetery, he said. Concerns about terrorism are also high here at home. Leading Democratic Senator Dianne Feinstein says the U.S. must do more to fight ISIS.
I'm concerned that we don't have the time and we don't have years. We need to be aggressive now.
President Obama will meet with the French president tomorrow at the White House to discuss shared efforts to stop the terror group. Don Champion, CBS News.
Meanwhile, international military forces are continuing to investigate another terrorist attack. The death toll in Friday's attack on an upscale hotel in Mali has risen to 22. The UN mission there says 6 more remain seriously hurt. An Islamic extremist group with links to al-Qaeda claimed responsibility for the attack. The 2 attackers died. It is not clear if they were killed by security forces or if they blew themselves up.
And back here at home, the Lexington-Fayette County School District has identified a student who they say is responsible for writing threatening graffiti. A student found the message in a restroom at Edith J. Hayes Middle School Friday. The principal sent a letter to parents last night saying he's taken disciplinary action against the student that the school claims is responsible. School will be back in session normal today.
State police are looking into what caused a serious crash in Rowan County. Troopers there say 23-year-old Michelle Gully from Flemingsburg was heading north on Highway 158 when she lost control and hit a tree. She is at UK Hospital and listed in critical condition.
A group of volunteers at Camp Nelson National Cemetery need help honoring those they helped bury. The Camp Nelson Honor Guard is in need of funds. The all-volunteer Honor Guard helps put together enhanced burials, all for free. It involves a horse-drawn wagon, a riderless horse, and a cannon salute. While the VA pays for the cemetery, they don't pay for the Honor Guard. Their services don't end at just funerals. The Honor Guard got a camera and monitor set up so service members can do video calls with their families.
That family member sitting here, for those few seconds, those few minutes, have a sense of connection. That soldier, no matter where they are, can see their child, can see their wife, they can see their family.
To find out how you can help donate, go to our website, WKYT.com. We have a link under the Camp Nelson National Story. And so it's really an interesting thing that they do for veterans and, to honor.
Yeah, and that extra that goes above and beyond certainly what the government would do. The time this morning is 5:41, and let's check live drive traffic and see what is going on out there bright and early. Well, if you leave now, you should be good to go because all traffic is moving normally. We have no reports of any major problems early this morning, and hopefully throughout this week, when we do anticipate traffic to be increasing in volume, everything will still be okay. It does look like there right now, just inside this, we have some little delay there up at maybe Bryan Station. We'll try to get an update on that situation. Bryan Station slow going at the moment because of an issue that we'll check out for you in just a little bit. They're going to continue to do some of that paving work there along Winchester Road as well. All right, more news coming up on WKYT this morning.
When we return, Reading Rainbow meets Starfleet. Three of Star Trek's most iconic actors came together to read to children.
And we have some bitterly cold temperatures outside this morning, but we're going to start seeing a warm-up as we slide throughout your work week. I'll show you Thanksgiving Day and also Black Friday coming up next.